Hey, Jimmy, welcome to Teal Talk. I really appreciate the time. I'm happy for you that this season you're here in San Jose, but you're back. Last year you went through a big injury, only played just a handful of games. Must be nice just to be back and doing what you do, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm just happy to be here to play hockey again. Last year I had a big injury. Cost me, I think, the whole season. I only played 4 games or something.
Yeah.
And, just skating again and just having fun, being with the boys. That's what I miss most, like the road trip, being with the guys around. That's it's hard sometimes, but I'm just happy to play hockey again. That's it.
When you're away from it, I don't think enough people realize how hard mentally that is. Mm-hmm. Physically, you're doing your thing, you're doing your work, trying to get back. It was a knee injury, right? Yep. So you're doing everything possible to come back physically, but there's that mental side of watching your team play games without you, or what comes next for you. That's challenging, right?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's more, that's why I told people I had a big knee injury. And, the physical part, it's got to come around. We're athletes, it's going to take months, but you got to come back where you were before. But the mental side, like I said, it's like, oh, you're missing this, or you're missing some parties, you're missing like some key thing to be part of the team. So last year I felt I was like a little bit aside of the team, which is I went to every game. I went to, I'm trying to get on road trips, but I couldn't because I had some PT, I had some stuff to do. But the mental part, I think it was like 80% of the recovery. That's how I see it.
There you go. So you come here to San Jose, and by the way, you were almost a Shark in this organization a first time around, right?
A long time ago, too.
Explain that again. How did that happen?
So it's my 7-year pro.
Right.
So when I played junior in Rimouski.
Right.
And it was crazy. So around Christmas, I think the old management was here, Doug Wilson and Doug
Jr. Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Doug Jr. flew to Rimouski or Chicoutimi. We met there. And I was like, they offered me a contract. I was like, I was a free agent, obviously. Then we got drafted, whatever. So my agent calls me. He's like, hey, we have a contract with San Jose, but let me call other organization. Who knows, blah, blah. So the Tampa Bay Lightning came around. So I ended up signing with Tampa at the end of the road. So that was the first time. Second time was last year.
Right.
After we won with Hershey, we went all the way and we won. And San Jose came around again with the new management now. And I went to Pittsburgh that time, and I think the third time was the best.
So I missed a time. There was 2 times, and now you're actually in the Sharks organization.
Yes. So this year I decided to come here. So.
That's awesome. When you come here, you're wearing an A on the jersey. You're in the leadership group. You've been around. You've been to the Calder Cup playoffs and made some deep runs. What is it that you've hoped to bring to this team, not just on the ice but off the ice, and how do you feel that part's going?
I believe that when you win, that's where you develop most, because I've seen it. I've seen it when we won. Even when I was with Milwaukee, went to the conference final against Coachella, and you develop a lot. That's some experience you cannot buy. I always tell the young guys, and I'm close to young guys, and you could see they're coming around, right? They're coming like, oh, they get more confidence in them, whatever. Yeah. But I told them every time, I'm saying, hey, when you win or lose during the season, you live another day. But when you lose in the playoff, that's where it gets a little bit, you might go home. So that's how I see it. You get put in position, you're like, oh, I got to win that draw. I got to make that block shot. I got to score that goal, So I just try to bring that mentality. And I think the management's doing a good thing too, even on top. You could see the Sharks right now, they're winning games, they're battling for a playoff spot. Right. So I think I love where we're at. The organization with the Barracuda and with the Sharks too.
What's crazy too about being in deep playoff runs and in playoff series is you feel like once you lose that first game of a series, the tide might turn. We might have lost our edge. It might be over. But in most playoff series, you're going to lose a game or 2, or maybe in a best of 7, you might lose 3 and still win 4.
I give you an example: best of 7 conference final against Cleveland.
Did you do a reverse sweep?
We all almost got reversed.
Oh, the other way around.
Yeah,
okay.
So we won 3 games and Cleveland came back 3-3. Game 7 overtime. Right. So that's the type of stuff you remember. You're being put in that position. You're like, oh wow, this is. But that's what you live for, right? You want to win. You want to. So. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to bring, and I'm trying to help, for the young guys, help them to, get to the next level, get really comfortable in the American League, and even for me, maybe get on top at some point and help up there too. They have a young organization.
So there are a lot of young, promising players here, and I could run through the list of names from the Cardwells to the Canyones and the Qs, and Igor obviously had some time up now, currently with the Barracuda. How do you see that group, which is so poised, and they were highly touted, and their aspiration is to get there? And I know that's your aspiration too.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about that in a second too. But for them, as an example, how do you instill patience in them?
That's like, I've been it's my 7th year and never got a chance or whatever. And I just tell them they already got a chance. But you get like those guys like Lundy. Hugh, Cherney, those guys coming in, and Cherney already played this year. And,
right.
It's like always keep them, like it's not a bad league here. You don't got to see it that way. You got to see it. You got to still develop. You got to still develop. You're not ready for it. At some point, you'll get another shot. You'll get another shot.
Right.
And you just got to take it. And at some point, you got to just fill it in, and you got to be a full-time NHLers. And I told them, some guys are saying it's a harder league to play in the American League than the NHL because they're saying it's more chippy. It's more like, guys are not there. And in the National, guys are all in the same spot,
Right.
So I'm just trying to be a good leader for them and be like a kind of dad a little bit. And they help me too, Like I believe too that the day you stop learning is the day your career goes down. And I'm learning from those young guys, They got some new thing. They got more skills, I'm asking a lot. Sometimes I ask Beast, I ask some guys hey, how you do this, how you do that, And I think we compliment everyone each other really good right now.
And I forgot to mention the whole part about being undrafted too, and that's part of your story. I mean, you must feel like you've been up against everything. Not getting drafted, now you're here in the American League, and you've got a couple hundred games under your belt. That has to be, and I don't want to speak for you, but that has to be the dream, right? Is to get that chance in the NHL and not have it be a little bit of a chance, but an actual real chance to do it. Right?
Yeah, 100%. And I'm not rushing it. Yeah. It's going to come if it comes. If it doesn't. But I'm trying to do my best to get it. But I'm trying not to go, some guys after a couple of years like this, they're getting patient, whatever. My whole life I've been like this, injuries and being like, you got to battle through. I got some doctors told me that I couldn't play hockey anymore, and
even last year with the injury, right?
Yeah, even last year with the injury.
Know.
Yeah, even with last year with the injury, I was like, wow, like you see your dream going over you, and I just you gotta keep believing in yourself, and at some point you have a path, and you just gotta go through it, and hopefully this year, but. My head is with the Barracuda. I play with the Barracuda right now, and I'm trying to help that team to win. So,
2 more things, and being that you've seen deep playoff runs in Calder Cup playoff seasons, what's your prediction for this Barracuda team? Does it have the right players and the right mix to make a sustained run?
We're halfway through the season right now. I talked with Nick too, and. We're coming around, and we got to stick to our plan. You could see it when we go around our plan. We're not playing well, but when you could see this weekend, we just
beat up on Calgary.
Yes, we can. Every team, we did in Colorado. They're the best team in our division. We just got to believe, and if guys are sticking together, and I put down my shoulder too, and we got some older guys we got to keep them accountable. We got to keep us accountable.
Yeah.
And who knows can happen, And playoff, you could see, you look at the sheet, it's 0 all across. So who knows, maybe.
I just want to get you there first, and then I hope it goes really well. So the final thing is, how you pre-scout an opponent? I pre-scout interviewees, right? So I watched you chat with Nick Nolenberger, and 3 takeaways from you personally. You like golf, you like cards, and you like dogs.
Yes.
We can get along, I feel like. I'm not good at cards. I'm also not good at golf.
But you have a dog.
I love dogs.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So how do you describe just your personal life, your free time, and who you are? Am I right on those things?
Oh, you're so right. I try to play golf once a week, once every 2 weeks when we don't play. I have my girlfriend here with my dog. My dog's a golden retriever. He's 2 years old. He's awesome.
It's a lot of walks, I feel like.
A lot of walks, but a lot of dog park too. We go. We live in Campbell. We go to the park every day. Every day in the afternoon. He loves it. It just brings joy, Like sometimes we're so focused on hockey.
Yes.
I'm trying to get better. I'm watching hockey, but sometimes it's just fun to think about anything else, and just be with the family kind of, and it's. I love it here. I love it. I'm so glad I'm in San Jose right now. Good weather, nothing to say about this.
Yeah, certainly nothing like Quebec at this time of year, right?
Oh my God. I got a couple buddies that came in for a week and they were like, that's awesome. I could live here.
Bring your flip-flops. Hey, Jimmy, great to have you here in San Jose. Best of luck, best of health, and I hope to talk to you maybe in a playoff series with the Cuda coming
Anytime.
up.
Thank you very much.